Good afternoon, friends. I'm Dr. Santosh Babu. I think lots of presentation from abroad and from Madhya Pradesh. I don't need to add much to what this gentleman has said. It's about the common service centers. I just put 2-3 slides so that the people here who understand can take that message forward. What is happening? Basically, he talked about the last mile. That is, the common service center being the front end for delivery of services. The only problem which we are facing, at least in Tamil Nadu, is, and we have gone ahead much in MP online and all, is the G2C part, government to citizen. Because, it's very easy to find a VLE, have a service center agency like 3i Infotech or Shrey Infotech or Reliance. They'll put it up. But if you've seen it here, most of the services are actually commercial services. Government services are very limited. Whereas the mandate of National E-Governance Project is to provide services to a citizen at his doorstep. So suppose a citizen is coming to the collector. If he's coming to the collector, he's actually spending 300 to 400 rupees, or actually wasting 300 to 400 rupees coming. That is 100 rupees to come and go, 100 rupees wage loss, 50 rupees for a bribe, another 50 rupees for somebody else. So all these things keep happening. So at the end of the day, he loses 400 rupees and doesn't get the service that he wants. And again he comes. So the idea of, I'll just go to, I'll just show the thing, after the audience seen through it all. Yeah. All the slides are important. I'll take you through next 5 minutes. Slideshow. How do I do slideshow? Okay. This is about, governance. It's all, we have still governance from the years. We've still not done any great major process re-engineering. Very proud people. We have this kind of thing, If somebody comes to me with a request, it's basically converts into what is called a file. And I call it a pile of files. And it lies like this. And most of our offices look like this. Very beautiful. Why can't it look like this? And we are very good at putting off things. We don't get the best people. We have meetings. I call it meetings, eatings, and cheatings. A lot of telephone calls. Everybody is busy. And we're very happy when the going is smooth. Very angry sometimes, clueless, frustrated, and we look like this most of the time. Frustrated employee. We have a frustrated employee. We don't motivate them. And we have an even more frustrated citizen. So the panacea is supposed to be computerization. Now, how does it happen? So basically, the e-governance is all about back office, IT, infra, and front office. So throughout the state, all the states of Tamil Nadu or India, every district, every state has been provided with what's called a data center, state-wide area network, all this stuff. But how do we get our citizen services across the most? Today we have this kind of situation. You look at this, Naxalism, Maoism, etc. Are we able to provide services to citizens? This is the kind of atmosphere which obtains even today. I personally feel that we can totally transform this into a world-class atmosphere in 5 years if we do it. I mean, it's a very optimistic way. Why do you have pictures like this? Anyway, these are not important things. Yeah. Government of India has provided a large amount of funds. It's for us in government to put it across and ensure that the common service center takes off. Now, what has happened throughout the country is that the common service center has not taken off precisely because we have not developed the hardware, software. The G2C system is not complete, with the result that they have to sell Bajaj, whatever, insurance. So there is something called an e-district project. Now we are going to launch it. Actually, in Tamil Nadu, birth, death, community, nativity, and solvency certificates, we can issue, you can apply online, take it online, digitally signed. We have reached that stage. We are lying low for the last 2 years. We have made our backward classes scholarships. Large number of students receive scholarship, but the collector doesn't know who receives what at what time. The student gets it, etc. Today, I have 3 lakh students. I can show it to you live, no time. 3 lakh students, 1,200 colleges, and 30 district backward classes welfare officers, totally on a loop. 84 crores still yesterday dispersed online. That kind of thing which ICT can bring about. And the student can go to a common service center and take what is the status. And there's something which is happening is what is called the state portal, which is the front end. tn.gov.in, mp.gov.in. That's the first one-shop stop where you can go in seamlessly. Today, we all have portals where we have to go into one portal, then go into another URL, then go further. We are developing, and we have seen the first cut. It's looking good. tn.gov.in. You can go seamlessly from anywhere in the world into a taluk office and get your certificate. Similarly, common service centers. Then there's something called a state service delivery. I'm talking about the IT infra that is being developed and already. A state service delivery gateway. Suppose you have to apply for a passport. What happens is that you have to push the request to 5 different agencies. Police, VU, 5 different people. Actually, it happens sequentially. So if you can reduce the time, if you have 5 databases into which the data center pushes the data, goes back, retrieves the information, comes back in real time, that is e-governance for you. So that is happening. And CRAC has already developed it. We are connecting it. So state portal, SSDG, and all the forms. If you see the forms, even in the best of sites, the form has to be printed, taken a printout, and then you have to fill it up and send by Tapal. This is the worst thing which you're doing in government. We are converting that all into e-forms so that just like you apply for an airplane ticket, you can apply for whatever. Then capacity building and stuff. Anyway, this sentence is very important for all of us. Anybody sitting here and from friends from Sri Lanka and other places, this obtains everywhere. That is to deliver citizen services at affordable costs, make all citizens an integral part of the ever-growing knowledge society and accomplish quality living. So the idea is where services will be delivered to the citizens through convenient and easily accessible delivery channels. I wish he had a computer at his home. So all these departments, see the core infrastructure around which the whole e-governance thing is built is the SWAN, State Wide Area Network. We were the first in the country to finish it off, 2007. Now I'm connecting 5,000 last mile locations, primary health centers, secondary care hospitals, employment exchanges. A lot of applications are developed and ready, and calls the common service centers and core applications like we have virtual employment exchange ready for launch, the e-district ready for launch, AgrisNet was launched day for yesterday, and then social welfare launched last month, and BC welfare. So a lot of applications have been developed very well. And the policies, and the more important thing for government is that we have policies in place. Suppose I said issue a community certificate, Tahsildar issues a community certificate digitally. Today it's not a valid document. You have to make changes in your legal thing. So that is also, we are behind actually. So all these departments are doing a lot of stuff which will ultimately feed into what is called as a common service center. The police, CCTNS, large number of things are happening. Anyway, I will not go into all this. These are the different departments in e-transition and stuff like that. Because I was not prepared for this. I had a presentation in the morning for education. I didn't bargain for a... So basically, e-governance is about national e-governance project. Then different state governments have their own policies. State data center, we are up with another data center. Will be ready in 16 weeks. Wide area network, e-district, state portal, SSTG application. So data center, this is the brain. This is the brain of the government. Then TN1 is your ribs or your spinal cord and stuff like that. And common service center is the last mile. So large number. If you look at this picture, this is very interesting. That is a state data center. This is a state data center which feeds into the secretariat, which feeds into the collectorate, which feeds into the last mile offices. This is all, the entire government is within what is called the intranet of governance. We in Tamil Nadu at least don't allow common service centers to get into this. This is a totally secured network. Whereas a citizen is sitting somewhere for 100 kilometers away here, in front of a common service center or a browsing center at his home, he comes through the internet. So this is a secure pathway which we have created. I think that's the best way to run our common service centers. Otherwise, common service centers can directly access and will have security breaches, etc. So application software development, this is something which we have done very, very meticulously. In the last 2 years, we have realized that everybody is developing some application. One room, one application, backend is different. Another room, another backend. Interoperability issues are there, standards issues are there, large number of issues are there. Now today we have made what is called a software development lifecycle. An e-governance policy is ready for launch, which talks about standards, which talks about what is the software stack, which will actually sit in the data center, etc., etc. Otherwise, every IAS officer wants his own software. So that's a problem. So transition, yeah, the leader will look like this. Whether the others understand what this guy is telling is the most important thing. If I am a very techno-savvy guy, my team doesn't look like this, they look askance at you, you have a problem. So change management, absolutely, absolutely very, very important. Does it improve quality? Yes. So the mantra for e-governance today, and MP and all our leaders in this, is that we should not allow the citizen to come in anywhere near the government office. They should not see the BO, they should not see the RI, they should not see the Tahsil, they should not see the collector, they should not see the chief minister. Why should they? In fact, in UK, you will not see a policeman in front of the Downing Street, 10 Downing Street. But at any point of time, you are photographed 55 times a day. That's called passive surveillance. They don't intrude into you, but they are taking photographs and seeing that you are not doing anything wrong. So today, the citizens should not see government, but they should feel government. We are all, throughout India, most of the states in different levels of development on this stage. And Tamil Nadu, at least I can tell with a lot of pride, last 2 years has been very strong work, and has been the work done by my predecessors and all. We have been very lucky that we are able to implement it and launch many things. So actually 2010, 2011 would be watershed year for e-governance for the entire country. That's what I feel. Because lots of these common service centers will start delivering services. But my own feeling is that because it's a public-private partnership in most of the states, and 3i Infotech was there in Tamil Nadu, they had a very bad business model. We checked them out with the 13 crore. Then they went to court and they paralyzed the entire state. We are ready with G2C, we don't have common service centers because they control 26 districts. Now the problem is, unless you have a good business model at the village level, and I'm very skeptical about putting in the panchayat. You know, panchayat office will again become, you give me money, then I'll give you a certificate, or you give me money, then only I'll enter the data. That will be a problem. So we are fearful of doing it in the panchayat. So we'll have a satisfied citizen, happy administration. So just briefly, I thought, you know, when we are doing it, I think this collaboration, what he was talking about, finding the meaning and the understanding of partnership, we are all doing it in islands. I'm not coming to MP. I keep telling I should come, or Gujarat. I think we should travel to each of those places and see. And more important thing is that, you know, we have to track each and every transaction. We have developed a very beautiful tool which you can share with other states, where we know who is applying for what, at least the government services. And second thing is we have an ILNFS tool to say which common service center is open at what time, till what time. So the centralized tracking is also absolutely important. Otherwise, we don't know whether they are fleecing. I'm told in MP, some of the common service centers started fleecing people. So those things also will happen. Finally, this will become a political pain for the government. So I wish that the telecenters of Sri Lanka and all of us, we are doing this. We share knowledge and we come back ever strong and make governance a happy, pleasurable job. Wish you all the best. Thank you.